Happy Boxer. So anyway, this is my live stream. Let me put on some music. This is my live stream, and I will be drawing from the Ultimates first, and then I will draw from How to Draw Heroic Anatomy. So anyway, let's draw Thor from Ultimates. And I am borrowing these books from my art teacher. They're part of my homework assignment. I have like 9 books I've got to study. Only 2 of them are mine. The rest are his. So anyway, let's start with the head. And I've drawn Thor before. I'm not pitch perfect, but practice makes perfect, as they all say. What I say is practice makes precision. So we're just gonna start with the basic shapes of Thor here. He's got his hand, his tools, everything, the hammer. Let's make him look more muscular as best we can. And I'm not worried too much about the waist down, but I will give him more of a the part of the handle, where the hammer is and all that. So I hope everyone will have a good time watching this live stream. By the way, this is a live recording. I don't think I already said that. So, for those who are new to my channel and haven't seen my live streams, or those that are just watching and might not necessarily subscribe, just to let you know, I have been drawing for 25 years or more, and I love it. I love drawing because it gets my mind off things. Gets my mind off things a lot. And it makes me very positive. As because it's I'm an artist. I'm not Superman or anything. But I do love drawing. And a lot of people in my life have helped me on that route. I'd like this to be more bright, brighter in here, so let's see what that does. No, I don't like that. Normal. I want it to be on the best. Aha, that's better. That is better. It looks brighter. So, yeah, that looks a lot better. So anyway, I'm going to give him his beard. This is like one of the versions of Thor that I haven't read about, so I need to catch up. I need to read other comic books too, like my art teacher has suggested, and even my closest friends that are his friends have suggested. I am into classical music. I haven't been listening to it as much as I should have, but I'm really excited to start getting into it more. Yeah, I love classical music because it's, I grew up listening to that when I was a little boy. My dad let me listen to that. And my mind just kept building up after that, with creativity. Thank goodness I have a dad that helps with that. So this tool is an 0.9 HB2 Bic pencil. It is very crucial for detail, especially, for heavy-handed people. It really helps them out because no matter how heavy you draw with it, it's not going to really affect the pencil. unless you're like just drilling it down. But I've never done that. You know, I've only broken the pencil accidentally a few times. You know, the lead on here a few times, but it really rarely happens. Um, because you know I'm just so heavy-handed, and this pencil really does help. I got this art pencil from my art teacher, Johnny Icetower, and I should have mentioned him in the comments below, but I didn't. But I will just mention him by talking about him on this live stream. He is my neighbor, one of my best friends in the world. Also, he he's like my brother. You know, he's like a brother to me. You know, he's the closest person that I have as a brother, besides just my dad. You know, and he's a really good guy. You know, Jonathan is a really great guy, and he never gives up on me. You know, there's been a few times where he said, "Okay, Jacob, you need to do this on your own." So yeah, you know, he's always been there to tell me, "Hey, you need to grow up." But yeah, that's what it takes sometimes, because I have a child's imagination and I like to go out with it. But yeah, guys, going back to Thor, um, I like Thor a lot. I like the original Thor, to be quite honest, but I do like Thor, period. You know, I just like how Marvel is, you know, giving him these bunch of reboots. But, you know, he's an interesting character. I do remember seeing the first Avengers movie. That was interesting. That was very interesting, guys. How everybody, you know, just teamed up and did what they were doing. It was unique. So yeah. Um yeah, going back to drawing. My favorite drawing is, you know, like drawing people and all that. Superheroes, especially men, you know, because they're easy for me to draw. They can be complicated sometimes because of the mass muscles, but um, once you get to learn how to draw, and I'm still learning some of the route, um, once you learn all the fundamentals, it's not as complicated. And I guess I'll just draw him down below, you know, too. Here. Yeah. Make his muscles protrude out more. I want to fix this. It's turning out all right. Not perfect, but all right. Let's edit that a little bit. Okay. It's looking interesting. You know, it's interesting how it's turning out. Okay, let's see. Just give him some tears, you know, like on his costume and so on. And let's give him his hand. Alrighty. And I'm drawing the whole character here. I wasn't planning to do that. I'm drawing the lightning. And I've just about drawn Thor. He's not complete yet. We've got Thor here. He looks interesting. more of a gesture drawing, really. And I was thinking of drawing his face. You know what? I think I'll draw his face like when he's getting punched up close. And then in my next live stream, or whenever I want to, or whenever I can, I'll draw the whole thing right here. Just like right here. You know? Nothing else at the bottom because it's hard to see. And I don't want to strain my eyes. So in the next live stream, or whenever I'm able to do it, I'll draw all of this. But without the lettering. So... and I am demanding a call to action, guys. Having 60 followers is awesome, and I'm very happy that I've gotten 60 followers, but I'm trying to get fully monetized because I have a comic book that I'm working on. It's a new idea, you know, people might not be used to it straight away, but I do think people will enjoy it once they get to know the characters and all that. The main character, which is a villain and a monster, you know, I think people will be interested in the long run. Hopefully, you know, you guys will really like it. So I'm just going to fill him in as best I can. I think I got the beard. You know, beards are easy to draw for me, guys, because a lot of my characters have beards. It's interesting, you know, how things turn out over time. You know, once you draw so much, it's like you kind of understand the fundamentals. I'm still learning, you know, don't get me wrong, I've learned a lot, but I've still got a lot to learn, and I'm excited just to go with the flow of this, you know. It's not really like that, so I'm going to fix that, and just give him some hair, because Thor has a lot of hair. I'm just going to fill it in. That's him getting, like, punched. Like a close-up, bam, of a punch. So, I want to draw a gesture drawing of her real quick. I think her name's Wasp. So, I'm going to just, you know, fill her in. I don't care where I draw her, right here or anything like that, but I just wanted to see if I can get this drawing of her done. You know, just because, you know, tomorrow or whenever I get my other live stream going, I'm going to draw her along with the other characters right here on this page, and you know, draw Venom. Let's give her some hair. Okay. And what was that? Something came up on my screen. Okay, something came up on my screen, guys. Oh, I see. Yeah, sorry about that. Something came up on my screen. I was wondering what that was. And I just set my chat to all make sure all messages are available. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't do that before. I forget that sometimes. Yeah. It's got, yeah. Okay. So I'm done drawing the Avenger characters, the Avengers, for right now. And this is how to draw Heroic Anatomy. But before I go into this, guys, I want to guide you, show you a guide of some of my tools. I already showed you one of them, but I didn't show you all of them. This pen right here is a Bic Ultra Round Stick Grip pen, and it's very good for straight lines, but it's also good for smudging, in case you want to smudge your art for like shading and hatching and cross hatching. For instance, I like drawing eyes a lot. And I smudge it where the character, where the character's face is. I like to smudge where I just drew the lines. And it gives it a type of depth of a feeling. It gives more feeling into the character. And this pen is just for drawing. It's not really for shading. It's like just for drawing a character or a weird character that just looks out of this world. You can shade with it if you want, but it's more challenging. So I wouldn't highly recommend it for shading, but it's good for manga art. And this and the pen, the other pen I just showed you, Jonathan gave me. He gave me a lot of his art stuff because he just likes helping a lot. And this is a big permanent marker with a pointed tip. I have another box of these, and I got these from a friend as well. So these markers are good for like straight lines, and they're also good for curved lines. They're great for making the final products of your art, like making them like crisp, making them crisp, clean, and you can even shade with these too. But they're really good for shading, drawing, the works. They're just amazing. And this pen is good for detail. Like, let's say we want to give him some more of a lip, like give some detail to his lip, to his nose. This is good for shading too, but fair warning, it does not smudge. And if you want to shade, you got to be very careful. You can't be too hard on it. It's really just meant for drawing. It's just really meant for that more than anything else. It's not really meant for top-notch shading, but it can come in great service of your art. It can really help you. It can also help you learn the mistakes. And guys, it's just an amazing life changer. And this pen is a Papermate Inkjoy 100 RT 1.0 millimeter. And I'm going to do a little bit of cross-hatching here. You can even cross-hatch with a light source, but that can be pretty uncommon. I do it rarely, but I do it when I want to. Now, let's add this pen to this. And as you can tell, you can see what's going on more. Because I like drawing this pen over the Inkjoy pen. Sorry, that was my phone. I need to take these notifications off from CapCut and stuff like that. Let's go over that. This. Okay. Made a slight mistake there, so I'm gonna fix it with that. Make it look like both eyes are even. And that's the thing, guys. When you're drawing, you want your eyes to look the same. Sometimes I have a problem with that. It's very common among artists that are learning the trade. And this is a Gel Roll 05 Sharpie. Whiteout pen. And I just use it really to just do a little bit of detail. And this is good for the small details. Like in case you ever want to go over things in the drawing. And this is one of my favorites right here that I got. It's a number 10. This is great for putting light and depth into the eyes, everything else in the drawing. It's great to use. I would highly recommend you get it. I got this from a friend as well. I've gotten a lot of art tools from friends, and I've also gotten a lot from my dad on birthdays and just a whole bunch of stuff. And here is an 08. This is good for crisp detail. And here is another 08. Wow. I got two 08s here. I guess each one of them has a different type of thickness, but same millimeter. That's interesting. I guess it's like if one runs out, you have the same one. I never did notice that before. I've been using these all along. Alright, that's my walkthrough of the utensils I use. Now, I will show you how to use these erasers before I go any further. Oh, and I will show you how to use the non-photo blue pencil in a minute. So, I'm just gonna do that a little bit. This is good for erasing. It doesn't leave as much crumbs. This is good. It's good for erasing drawings and writing, but the thing is, it leaves more crumbs. And now that we've gone over most of the guide of how I use my tools, we're going to draw from Heroic Anatomy. Now, before we go into Heroic Anatomy, I want to let you guys know I am still starting with it, and I'm not going to go through tools, you know, in the book, but I'm on chapter 2. I'm on the basics. I've learned about stick figures. I'm learned about shapes. Well, shapes here and blocks, you know. And I've learned about poses. And I've learned about proportion. So, and I'm right here in the action pose section. So before I go into that, I'll introduce you to stick figures. So you always start with a circle, as you well know, and then you start with an egg. And then you just do like a little cross section. You draw the torso, the collarbones, the shoulders, the elbows, and then you draw another line, torso, arm, forearm, upper, and then you draw hand. Then you draw another upper arm, and then you draw hand. Draw torso. I mean pelvis, and you draw the legs, knees, and if you want to, you can draw the legs right here up to the feet. Like, he's like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And then you can do a side view, or most of a side view, like it's 3/4 view. And just, I want to put his legs down further, his feet down further. And now let's get into action poses with stick figures. And I know this looks like child's drawing, but it's just simple, it's easy, nothing to worry about. Now that you guys understand the body, let's go into the limbs. Now, from what I understand, the shoulder right here goes at a 90-degree angle. I believe, I'll have to research that again. The arms go at 180 degrees. So like the whole shoulder can't go in a circle way out of proportion. It just can't. Like, it can't go all the way over there. It can't go all the way over there. It can't go all the way above your head or all the way down below your waist. The shoulder's just not able to do that. And if you were to put that in comics, it would have to be a comic book like The Mask, or just a horror movie like The Thing in 1999. I'm not even going to go into that. I hate that movie. Sorry, I just don't like that movie because it's pretty graphic. I'm not going to go into The Thing right now. But anyway, so let's go into the feet, how to draw the legs, stick figures. It's simple. And, there's no rush, It's just like nature to me. That one went a little far off, so I'm going to put this one up here. There we go. And let's go further into the shoulder and the elbow. Shoulder, elbow, hand. Go this far, and rotation. And now that you understand stick figures, let's go through the shapes. Same as before. It starts with a circle. Neck is a cylinder. Torso has a circle, or it can be a box. Shoulders are little balls. Everything right here are cylinders. And then circles for the elbows. Cylinders again, right there. And then you can draw the hands, make them whatever you want to be, as long as you connect them. And draw that. You get the idea. Let's go into it a little bit more so you don't totally forget. I hope you won't forget this. Just keep going over it. Like this guy, he's eating pizza. Let's open up. He's like, this pizza's good. Oh, wow, I love this pizza. And he's standing up. His hand is right here. Yeah, that's right. And you always want to measure the hands. Make sure one's not longer than the other. Unless it's someone that had a difficulty in birth, like, was born premature or whatever. I forgot what you call it. Anyway, someone that had a problem when they were born or whatever. If you want to draw someone that was born premature, like me, you can go ahead, because I think one of my arms is shorter than the other. I think, but I'm not certain. But, always, when you want to draw thumbnails, start with stick figures. And also, start with shapes. They don't have to be exact. They don't have to be special. It's just shapes. So now, let's get further into the book. Well, first I want to tell you something. Heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is for like a man. So let's say we're drawing a man right here. Shoulders, torso, arms, elbows, arms, hands, legs. We've got a man here. Now, the way I draw, like, let's say if we were to draw an average man, their size is like 7 heads. But I want to fix that because the circles are small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's just like do a little rough drawing here. We've got an average man there. And women, I like to draw women 6 feet tall, 5 feet, like heads, 5 heads tall or 6 heads tall. But I'll have to go through that in here, make sure it's right. Because I think women should really, in comic books, should be small, unless they're like masculine. And then make sure their waist is always small, And I want to give her more of a leg space. So that's just a rough drawing. Okay. Now let's go into the book. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh. I will introduce more shapes to you. And we'll go over the notes later. Like shapes, they're just basic. You can't draw without knowing how to draw shapes. You always got to learn how to draw shapes in order to draw. And the more you draw, the more you learn how to draw shapes. Let's point up. Let's point that way. Not really worried about that square. nothing perfect. But it's fun. Drawing is fun, guys. And those are the 4 basic shapes here. Always start with oddballs. That way we experiment and we learn. Now these shapes right here are good for learning how to draw arms and legs and stuff like that. And always make them look closer. The farther they are back, the farther they look like they're a distance from afar. Alrighty. Now that's an interesting start right there. And now I will introduce you to actually men's, I'm going over this again, and I should have already. Small men, average men, are 7 feet tall. Now a character, if you're drawing Hulk, he's gonna be 9 feet tall. But an average muscular guy that I was going at, like drawing, that's 8 feet. So if you're drawing a mecha human like Hulk, he's gonna be 9 feet tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're drawing Hulk. Well, just like a quick drawing of Hulk, a little rush through, but I'm not gonna go into all the steps because I want to move on where I'm at now. And if I'm confusing anyone that's watching this live stream, let me know. Let me know, guys. Because if I am confusing anyone here, anyone period, if I'm confusing you guys, let me know in the comments below, and I'll go over it, and we can talk about what I confused you on, and we can talk about it. Alright. So now I will go into rough speaking. It says in here, in this figure, a rough in the basic body, forms, chest, trunk, arms, legs, etc. Okay. So I'm going to write this down. Roughly speaking. And my writing is not good, guys, so excuse my writing, please. In this figure, rough in the basic body, forms, trunk, arms, etc. Get proportions. Feeling right. Alright. Feeling right. Use simple ovals, etc. Anatomy, etc. Alright. So, let's draw body, just for practice, like a warm-up. We're drawing everything we can here. And that is seen right there. So now we're going to draw small head of it. This is like a gesture drawing. Now, make sure I have enough lead here. I'm going to start small. You know, like take my time at it. So yeah, guys, I did get a view. Hopefully I'll get some more. We'll see how things turn out. I'm really into Spider-Man a lot. I know you guys know that already. But the reason why I like Spider-Man so much, and this is not a Spider-Man drawing, by the way, this is Wolverine, but Spider-Man popped in my head. The reason why I like Spider-Man so much is because he's awesome, you know. He's a lot like other people I know, and he's just so interesting. Yeah, I like Spider-Man the most because he tries to help people. He really tries to help people as best he can. And yeah. So before we go into this, guys, which we just did, I just want to introduce you to this. These are the specific shapes you need to do in order to draw a man and all that. You know, like the spine is like this for a man right here. And the head goes here. The rib cage goes there. And that goes there. The pelvis. Sure, right. Yep. So the head right there, you know, and all that, those are the lines. I'm not going to draw this because I already drew it before. These lines go that way because that's the way this is. Now, if they go too far off, it gets distorted and looks freakish. So you never want to mess up the degree angles. Well, yeah, I'll just draw that again just to show you guys what I mean, like a rough, simple drawing. And just gonna fill it up a little bit as best we can. And it's okay if I make mistakes because I'm not perfect, but I'm still learning. And that goes there. Now let's draw Wolverine. I know. Everybody likes Wolverine. Pump it up. That's what this page is called. So first off, let's start with the Wolverine arm. Okay, then go back and put specific muscle groups. Put specific muscles discussion of anatomy. Look at reference groups. Writing my notes down too, guys. Okay. And in books. Find body builder mags for magazines, and that's something I'm gonna have to do. They are useful, etc. Muscles do not sit independent of one another. They intertwine, giving it that corded look. You develop your own short hand for, I draw an arrow in case I run out of space, rendering, I put render for rendering muscles. Alright, so that's about that right there. And now, let's draw the arm. Then I'll draw Wolverine. Might be a gesture drawing, and I'll go over it in the next live stream. This is Fig C, like in the book. So yeah, been drawing for a long time, and you know, I just like drawing, and I just like keeping it up every day. And that's another thing too, guys. Do not stop drawing. Some people say don't draw every day, but if you want to get where you're at, you've got to draw every day. And I will admit, sometimes, once in a while, I'll stop drawing because I got something on my mind. But don't ever do that. Keep drawing every day. Even my art teacher says that. Even my dad says that. Everybody I know says draw every day, Jacob. Do not stop drawing. Because if you stop, you lose it. You lose your drawing. You lose your talent. And guys, you do not want that to ever happen. So, keep drawing. Alright. That's the arm. Not too special. I think I'll erase this a little bit. Got some pencil stabbers, whatever you call them, around here. I'll have to go over that. And now we're just gonna shade it in. Make this muscle pop out as best we can. Let's see. Interesting. Okay. Now let's draw Wolverine. Now I want to draw him smaller. Give him a square jaw. Just drawing a gesture drawing, guys, and I'll go over it whenever I do my next live stream. Hopefully, I think I will. It's interesting how his muscles are. You know, it's like they just really rip out of them. You know, they're just that detailed. It's striking how detailed how detailed the art is for Wolverine. It's amazing how they've drawn him over the years. We don't want him to be one arm less, so. And that's my gesture drawing of Wolverine. Fix it up a little bit. Some more muscles. Okay, so yeah, guys, that is the live stream. Tomorrow, at 2:30 again, I will fix this up. I will edit it, ink over it, all that, get this done, and then we will go into the basic perspective of this book, these 2 pages, and things in the way. Oh, Batman, and these 2 pages, and then this page. So I want to make sure that's right. I want to make sure I'll be doing that tomorrow. So I'm going to count 1. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 5 pages on this book. And then we will draw this one of these pages. And let me see. Then we will draw some of this and from other books. So make sure, guys, to definitely like, share, follow, and subscribe, because there's going to be more art videos. I've already showed you some of what I know, some of what I'm really learning, and going through the steps, basic steps of it with you. Hopefully I won't be as nervous on my next live stream, because it's been so long since I've actually gotten into the books and practiced. So, but I know about shapes. I know about all sorts of basic little shapes. I really love the shapes and the stick figures. I'm really good on that. I'm really good on drawing people, period. But there's still some other things I'm learning. But when I'm learning something and I go through it with you, I'm like, oh, this, I think, I kind of pinpoint where I'm going at it and how I'm learning it. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, make sure to follow me in the next live stream tomorrow, 2:30. And we will go more through these books and some other books that I'm borrowing. And one of the books I will be going over, which is one of my books. So, yeah. I will make a to-do list tomorrow for 2:30, and I'll just really get into it, guys. Really get into it. So anyway, guys, make sure to watch it. And again, I call a demand to action. I mean, I demand a call to action because I'm really into this. This is my passion. This is my joy. And oh, before I go, I want to show you how to use this pencil for those who don't know how to use it because I didn't use it. And I don't like to leave anybody, upset. So it's just basically, guys, for drawing basic shapes. And then you can go over it with a pencil or a pen or a pencil in this case, and draw over it with a pen. So nothing too fancy. But anyway, guys, thanks. Hope to see you soon in the next live stream tomorrow. And I will be releasing some shorts tomorrow. I didn't do that today. I didn't do that yesterday, but I might do that today. I don't know. But anyway, have a great time. Thanks. Bye.